My expectation from budget 2018 is that the present FM will come out with some major blockbuster reform. This budget will, though being an election, we can see there's an election in near future, but I still believe it will not only be a populist budget. He will have to come out with the dynamic steps. He will have to bring up a structural reform in the country. He will have to actually increase a lot of contribution, basically in terms of investment, in terms of public investment is concerned, and infra projects is concerned. And if you see the past, basically the public investment has not fructified into the private investment to the extent it was supposed to be there. But there is a lot of positive steps that has happened in terms of ease of doing business, in terms of GST being there completely and there all over the country. We expect that this all will turn out to be a it will churn or will act like a catalyst in pushing and bringing in more private investment is concerned. I also don't expect that the budget will just only concentrate on tweaking certain rates here or there. And moreover, with the indirect taxes practically be almost out of the budget. So to make the budget in view of this will be a very, very development budget basically. Yes, the plank of the government has been a development agenda. The whole concentration will be there. It will be a very, very ideal compromise between a development project, but at the same time to see that it will be populist in a few ways, which will be productively populist. I can use that. Budget will also address seriously the tax cut concern which we are hearing every day, and this all clearly comes because of not what is happening locally but what is happening globally. All over the world, you see the world rates are coming down, and especially when the US rates have come down, and in all the economies being interdependent to each other, you cannot live in isolation. So I'm sure though FM has promised in his first budget that he'll bring down the taxes to 25%, he may not necessarily bring it to 25% for some companies, which are the big companies above 50 crores turnover. He will definitely address them to bring them reasonably at a reasonable level is concerned. So from tax point of view, one is this. There is only another issues are there which we all be talking about is the DDT basically. I think if we remove DDT, there's a likelihood the government will earn more money. More important now, basically, so he will move towards a dividend distribution taxes likely to be abolished is there. So my overall, if you see basically, it will be a blockbuster budget. And this comes out of one, your factory output is high, you see in the month of November. Your direct tax revenue started going up higher, it is 18%. It's the first time historically you'll cross 10 lakh crore of direct tax revenue coming out, being raised by the government in the government kitty. Your divestment budget will cross the target basically. Your inflation is under control. So all these are a positive signal that the bad is over. The demonetisation has become a passé. The GST has stabilized, and very likely I believe that the GST revenue will also go up in last month and next 3 months of this financial year. This all will work in a very positive way, will give a lot of confidence to the FM, to the government to really come out with good reforms and a good budget. Will address issues on a serious note on ease of doing business. So it's not a budgetary thing, but a lot of steps government should take it, because the government is clearly after this. Let's push it from 100 level down to 70 to 80 level in a big bang way, because World Bank is going to review this very shortly. So there's a lot of energy will be on that side is concerned. So it will be tax friendly. It will make the tax easier basically. They'll cut down all the bureaucratic things. I'm sure they'll give a lot of certainty basically. These are the positive side. And just as a last thing, whether he's going to tweak long-term capital gain, a lot of hue and cry in the market, everybody is talking about it. I believe there's an equity cult has developed in this country in preceding last 12 months time. I don't think so he's going to disturb that. And it should not only be limited to be seen as raising of revenues concern or getting a capital gain without paying taxes. You have to see how beautifully the society gets financial inclusion, how is the creation of wealth, how the corporates raise resources which are scarce in India basically from the market is concerned. So advantage of a good vibrant, buoyant market is much more than only from the point of view of taxation. The worst what I believe he can do it, the capital gain will, long-term capital gain, in my opinion, will continue to remain exempted. Maximum, he may just touch it, the holding period for shares from 1 year, he may make it 2 years. That could be the only thing which he can do it. We don't expect any disruption of any sort. We had 2 major disruption, so I expect it will be a smooth, good budget by the present government. Thank you so much.